Back now live in West Tulsa. We can tell you that Tulsa Public Schools is changing course after last night's severe weather. Dr. Keith Ballard, the superintendent, says that schools will now be open on Monday. 2 News reporter Will Dupree joins us now more with this late decision. Will?
Well, Russ, we just learned in the last 15 minutes or so that power has been restored now here to Jones Elementary in Midtown. But earlier last night, those storms knocked out power to 10 different buildings throughout the district, and that's why the superintendent canceled classes today. Now, as a result, the superintendent decided this afternoon not to close schools on Monday for the education rally at the state capitol. Dr. Ballard says he does not want students to lose another day of instruction after today's unexpected closure. TPS will send a delegation of teachers to attend the rally, but classes will still go on Monday. Right now, crews with PSO tell us that they are working to get the power back on at 3 elementary schools here in the district. Those are Emerson, Shoto, and Mark Twain. School leaders expect work to be done this evening.
I have the utmost respect for Public Service Company of Oklahoma. They are real heroes. They work tirelessly around the clock, and I think it's a culture that certainly can be attributed to the top.
Well, TPS will update us on the work at those 3 elementary schools and let us know when power is restored. But classes, the district tells us, will be held tomorrow. Reporting live in Midtown, Will Dupree, 2 News, works for you.
All right, Will, thanks. You know, a major storm like the one we had last night and all the damage it caused, that can be frightening for children. 2 Works for You anchor Karen Larson rounded up some professional advice on the best way to ease your child's fears. Karen?
Well, whether it's hearing parents talk or seeing all the pictures, children are very aware of what's happening in their environment. And professionals at Family and Children's Services told me that kids really feed off their parents' feelings, so be sure to keep yourself calm. Conduct storm drills on nice days to help children prepare. That really does help ease their anxiety. And when a storm hits, pull out the games.
And being ready to play board games, letting them bring comfort items if you have to take shelter. Being prepared to put some of our own stresses to the side and do charades and puppet games with our flashlights, because that's going to be what helps calm our children.
And Haley says if you think your child is traumatized by what's happening, Family and Children's Services offers counseling and no one is ever turned away. Just call 918-587-9371.
All right, Karen, thanks. Some good advice there. Now, last night's weather coverage covered up some NBC programs. You can see those shows on NBC.com.
Storm Shield weather, certified most accurate.
And hi again, everyone. Good evening as we are enjoying now a nice evening after a very powerful storm system last night. It's always amazing to me. After some of the worst weather you experience, you can have some of the best weather right behind it. And I just think it shows you the dynamics of that storm. It was a powerful storm system, and on both sides of it, you had a lot of warm, humid air. On the back side of it, you have a lot of cool, dry air, and just that collision of air masses. What I've done here is taken the image of the tornado as it was being reported out to the north and west of Sand Springs, just to the north of 412, and we put a picture here to give you an indication of what that kind of looked like and what the radar looked like at the time. So the inflow into the storm was here. We had the storm and the tornado itself descending down to the ground, and that's what it looked like with hail. Here's the hail core back here north and west of Peru, and there was baseball-sized hail and some large hail, and you'll see some of that coming up at 6 o'clock. Here's another view of this as the whole mesocyclone or storm moved across the area of 244 in Mingo. Our storm chaser, David Ballou, was right here. Now, he was hit with winds that hit his vehicle so hard they blew out the windows, and so David was forced to give up the chase at that point. Here's a view from Broken Arrow of this storm as it was moving across northern Tulsa County. And you can see the wall cloud here. It looks like a little lowering. There were several lowerings reported from time to time. And then Barbara Simone, she captured the tornado near Sand Springs. Look at this road sign knocked down. So remember, we were getting reports of winds flowing into the tornado of 80 to 110 miles an hour. So with that strong of a wind, even coming toward the tornado and lifting into that thunderstorm itself, it was causing all those problems. We won't have anything like that tonight. Partly cloudy, 2 a.m. temperature around 43 degrees. Tulsa, we're going to have some clouds moving in here tonight with a little disturbance that's sliding by. So I think 39 for the overnight low. 51 by noon, though, tomorrow. Then 55 in the afternoon. Cool with clouds and a cool breeze tomorrow afternoon. In fact, we could be overcast for a little bit tomorrow. But look at downtown. Look at McAllister, South Tulsa, and Bartlesville. blue skies, high pressure behind that storm system, and that's what you get. You just get a beautiful afternoon. Here's a live picture. Now, remember yesterday we were watching power lines and just sparks popping as the winds in the storm were moving across the Arkansas River in the northwest side of Tulsa. So completely different picture here this evening. Up to 60 degrees now. North-northwest wind at 10 miles an hour. Relative humidity 33%. 53 right now at Veneta, 58 at Muskogee, 61 at Shawnee. So mild afternoon, a little bit of a cool breeze. Here's the disturbance that I'm watching tonight. Clear right now, but again, those clouds will be moving in once we make it later into the nighttime hours. So on future track here, as we'll put it into motion, we'll be able to show you the temperatures, which are currently in the upper 50s to low 60s, move across. Most of this light precipitation is going to be up near Coffeyville, Veneta, and Grove. It slides by, and then we just have a mixture of clouds and sun tomorrow, and temperatures in the middle 50s, right around 55 degrees. The National Weather Service has issued a freeze warning for Osage, Washington, and Craig counties for tonight, with the temperatures in some of those areas possibly getting down to around freezing or below. But I think with the cloud cover, most of us are going to stay above freezing. 39 at Pryor, 35 at Tahlequah. In fact, neighborhood forecast for tomorrow at Tahlequah, 54 degrees, partly cloudy, cool and breezy. High temperature, 60 in McAllister tomorrow, 51 at Grove, 56 at Bristow. Just a nice Friday. And your 7-day forecast Saturday, how nice is this weekend? 68 on Saturday, 70 on Sunday. Some rain chances showing up. At this point, I don't think there's enough energy in the atmosphere to get us any severe weather, but we could have some thunderstorms on Tuesday with high temperatures in the lower 70s back to the mid 70s by next Wednesday. Russ? To say hello to the kids out at Glenpool Elementary, the second graders. We were out there for one of our Weather Wise shows. What a great bunch. We'll be back out there next Thursday to talk to the first graders.
All right, Brett, and investigators now saying that plane crash in the French Alps was no accident. The disturbing new details about the co-pilot. That story and more on last night's deadly severe weather. We're live in West Tulsa, and we're glad you're watching. 2 Works for You at 5.